Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 7 of my Let's Platinum Rise of the Tomb Raider series. We have finally left Soviet installation. 3 videos long, that one. We're now in abandoned mines, so at the end of the last video this is literally where you were after the cutscene, where you would end up after the zip line. Timestamps in the description. This is a very short section. As you can see, the video is only 22.5 minutes long. Quite a bit to get, and we're going to get one of the trophies out of the way here as well. But at the start here, you're just following along, and eventually you'll get split up, and that's when the chapter, so to speak, will actually start. So it's coming up shortly. Yeah, so this is kind of a linking area between the two biggest areas of the game. Straight after this, we're going to be going to geothermal, and yeah, that's just as big as the Soviet installation. So yeah, lots to do there. Bit of a break though. Nice bit of linear gameplay for a bit. So yeah, we're going to get split up here, and there's going to be a chase. Looks like something from Total Recall. We're going to run through here. This is all scripted, just moving us through. And then it will actually start after that. Right, here we go. So once you get through here, this is when we start the actual abandoned mines. We're going to be getting, finally, we're going to be getting the knife in this section. So we're going to be able to cut things down, especially the flags in the previous area in Soviet installation. We'll be going back there at some point. Not straight away, there's no point going right away, because we need explosives and flame arrows yet. But we'll get back there. We can go at any time, so it really doesn't matter. So at this point, I'm just waiting for them to move on. The one at the front here, the closest one, will start to path off to the left in a minute. Obviously, you just kill them however you like. There's only 3 guys here. The one at the top does have a helmet on though, so a headshot's not going to do anything. Even though he's probably yellow. If you were to scan. Yeah, so we'll be picking up the knife in a few minutes. It's just up to the left hand side, and then we're going to be trying to do as many stealth kills as possible, because we need 25 stealth kills with the knife. Obviously there's plenty of guys to do it with here. You can see the headshot does nothing. Plenty of guys to do stealth kills on, so 25 is not a problem. Might as well start it now. I'll also be getting level 3 upgrades as well, so I'm going to get True Shot when we get to the bonfire. When we get to the campsite in this bit, I'll get True Shot so we can start working on deer as soon as we get to the geothermal valley. There's a quick look of what to expect as well. There's not much here, but that was the first survival cache there to the side, so make sure you grab that. And then you have to interact with this to let it sort of drop down a bit. And then we'll have to go and get the knife and cut it down. So that's that. Push this along and climb up to get the knife. Obviously I'm going to do a bit of mining first. So yeah, this is, you could probably look at this section as like a big challenge tomb almost. There's quite a bit with regards to puzzling, and it just looks like a tomb as well. So here's the knife. You'll automatically pick this up, and that will now be used every time you do a stealth kill. So stealth kills are quicker now as well, rather than using the axe, or they seem quicker anyway. But we will be getting the trophy we're getting in this section is called Brawl, which is for getting a stealth kill with a bottle, a glass bottle. You will need the deadly force skill from the skill tree in the brawler part before you can actually get the trophy. But there is a campsite before we are going to get it. I mean, you can get it pretty much anywhere, but we're going to get it here or shortly. So we'll cut this down to move on. This is a place we will not have to return to as well, which is good. 100% of everything can be got this first time. So this will be the one and only time we're coming through here. Unless you miss anything, of course, you can come back here.
At your earliest convenience, please.
There's a very obvious document. Make sure you get those. We're going to be using poison arrows. They're pretty damn good. Bit of coin here. Another document just ahead of that. The Russians coming on now, even though we've fully upgraded it, or fully learnt it, should I say. So there's the skill we learnt in the previous episode coming into play. You get the red danger, but I mean it kind of helps. Not that important really. Mural here. Make sure you get that on the way up. And then I'm just going to sit at this campsite and do a few upgrades. So yeah, if you don't have the Deadly Force skill from the Brawler tree, then grab that. I'm not going to get that because I've noticed that level 3 is now open. So what I'm going to do is I already have double shot. I will need to get triple shot, and that will unlock true shot. We can now get heart kills on deer, which there's going to be coming into the next area of Geothermal Valley. Lots of deer, or a decent amount of deer. So I want to start getting the heart kills whenever we see them, and true shot means you just need to aim towards it and it will instantly pull the arrow towards the heart of the deer, so you don't have to try and aim, which is good. We do need to get a certain skill from one of the tombs first, but once we have that we'll go straight after the deer. So yeah, of all the skills there's just a few we actually need. We just need to fully level one of the trees up, but apart from that, there's you're free to upgrade whatever you like. So here's where we're going to get the Brawl trophy. We're going to get rid of this first one. There's only 2 guys here. There's one of the 25 knife kills. And then grab a bottle. There should be one here, and there's one on the way round as well. So yeah, you do need the Deadly Force skill for this, otherwise it won't work. And then whilst holding the bottle, sneak up and do a stealth kill for a pretty brutal kill, to be honest. And then you're going to get the Brawl trophy, and that's that done. No, don't need to worry about that anymore. Then we'll get this document here. We will be back here. We come back to this place. It sort of circles round. But yeah, make sure you grab that now. So you can see that the Strongbox is just after this. We're going to get the crafting tools, which is one of the things that was for sale in the shop in Soviet installation. So there was no reason for us to buy it because we can get it right now. It's in a Strongbox to the left hand side of this place. I'm going to get a couple of stealth kills while I can. Those 2 at the back. Can't really stealth kill them, as you're going to notice in a minute. I could probably just shoot the arrow at them and be done with it, but I was messing around trying to get stealth kills, which you'll see in a minute. Or even just use one of those petrol containers. Oh, animation's a bit off there. So yeah, what's that, 3 now? And because I chained the finishers together and I have that skill, we're getting a bit more XP as well. So I'm trying to separate them, but both of them turn around whenever you do this, and they become on high alert. So it is quite difficult to separate these 2. I did think there was a window because he turns around again, but he's going to turn around straight away and shoot the barrel, actually, of all things. Yeah, so that didn't go so well. Probably should have just shot the poison arrow at them. But anyway, here's the strongbox. This has the crafting tool in it. We can now craft level 2 upgrades for the pouch, which is going to be handy. I won't be doing that this video though. We'll do that at the beginning of geothermal if we can. But they will come eventually. Needs lots of leather to do those, mostly. Or skins, hides, whatever you want to call it. Document here, make sure you grab that.
It is clear to me now that our
And then we're going to get out of here and we're basically trying to open this door up. So we need to go to a couple of places to pull these cables.
Someone tried to get through this door before.
So yeah, it's like a big challenge tomb with the ultimate goal being open that door. Quite an easy puzzle, this bit. Pretty obvious. Just push this thing out the way and get your rope arrows out. And cause utter devastation, actually. So wind it all the way up, and now we have the knife. We can just cut these cables whenever we like. And that's going to open door number 1, kind of. You do have to come this way first. It's like a big loop we're doing essentially. The next bit in a minute is quite a big fight. Not too difficult. There's just a lot of guys here. You can use the environment to your advantage. If you stay to the left, they can't really get you unless they come round. Well, they don't come round in groups, so it's okay. So as soon as you drop down here, they're going to start shooting at you. So have whatever you want ready. From there, they're all straight away. They'll just appear. So if you stick to the left, they can't get you initially. There are two or three runners. They're probably the biggest pain because you're going to have to end up meleeing them probably. But with this first round, it's simple enough. The second round, you're going to get a bunch of guys. Let's see, we're going to get him. Yeah, there we go. So that's why I like this rifle. The pushback. Don't know what he's shooting at. So now, once you've taken care of the first guys, they're going to pop smoke, and a bunch of them are going to abseil in. If you just throw some arrows their way, poison arrows, you should be able to get a few of them. Quite a few of them do turn up. 5 or 6, so be aware of that. And this guy was hoping to get, but obviously didn't. Got away with that. And finish him off with the last bit of smoke there. Easy enough, even though it made it look difficult. There is a coin cache right there, but we can't get it yet because we haven't done the monolith. But luckily the monolith is just through those doors over there. And you can see a survival cache here to the side, glimmering. Lots of scavenging. Always have enough. It's better to have too many than not enough resources. Yes, here's the monolith. This will reveal the 3 coin caches in this area. There's only 3. There's always 3. 3 per monolith. Weirdly, we can dig up stone. I don't know. But here we are, here they are. Here's the first one right where we were, and then those two are kind of on the way. Well, they are on the way, so we'll be getting those after. The one and only relic in this area, very obvious. It's going to be at the top of here once we've got this. Got up here. So just head down here and look to the left, and there it is. Hidden in the dark.
A gold sword hilt inlaid with jewels.
This one does have an examine, so have a look at the cracked blade for that one. A bit more Greek. Up and over, you can see it there glinting. Coin cache number 2. No idea how it's buried in the stone, but there you go. That's quite an obvious trap there. The one and only Explorer Satchel. I mean, we don't really need it at this point. A few coins, grab those. And as soon as you go through this this barrier here, make sure to look up to the left to find the final document.
To any who received this message.
Another very obvious. I mean, we don't even need that ability. Could see that was a trap. Right, so we're back where we were. Basically, this is where we had the fight before, and we stealth killed those few guys. The guy with a shield there, so make sure you poison him or use a Molotov or something. There is actually a guy up to the left. He doesn't come down. He's supposed to come down, but he doesn't. He's just going to throw grenades from a distance. Can't get the drop on him from this side, so we're going to have to go round. But he's up that ladder, which is the way we're going. Or eventually. Might as well use the barrel. So from there, if you go this way, this is the way back to the bonfire, the campsite. The only one. So we've done a big loop. So here it is, just down the stairs. Campfire. So if you need that for any reason, we'll do all that later in geothermals when I'll upgrade and things. Don't need it yet. Yeah, and then the last few bits, there's the last 2 things, Strongbox and survival cache, are just at the top of this ladder. Yeah, that's it for stuff we need to find. The map is actually up here as well, the Archivist Map. Completely useless at this point because we are 100% done. So once you open this Strongbox up and get a new rifle, look behind you and you're going to see survival cache 3 of 3. And that's it, we're 100% done. There is the map up here, which has absolutely no use now. There we go, 100%. So we can just get the hell out of here and move on to Geothermal Valley. So we don't initially, you think you're just going to use this crane to get it down, but we don't. There's a bit of a puzzle here. Very simple stuff. Essentially all we need to do is push this train cart, move it in line with the water to the right hand side, use a rope arrow, fill the bucket up, and we're done. As you can do this 2 ways. You might not line it up straight away, it doesn't really matter. I don't, but if you fire an arrow at it and winch it all the way up, and then you can move it again, and yeah, it'll fill up. And that's it. So there's not much point in me got there in the end. Not much point me hanging around. Basically, we're just going to fill this up, climb along the crane, run to the door, get through the door, and eventually we're going to end up in Geothermal Valley. And that's where I will leave it. And I'll pick the next video up at the start of Geothermal Valley. And yeah, we'll start working on that. Another big area to get through. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
That did it. It's a wonder this place is still standing.